Hi everyone. My name's Jen. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get started on a super comfy and relaxing 20 to 30 minute restorative yoga practice today. Before I get started, I just want to talk to you about the props that you need. So you have a few minutes to get the props that will make this practice about as relaxing as it could possibly be. So if you do have a yoga bolster like this purple bolster back here, by all means have that. But if you're a normal human and you don't have access to a bolster, all you need are some pillows. So I've got 4 pillows. I've got 2 of these smallish kind of throw pillows and then 2 bed pillows. So the pillows are what most of us are going to use. And then if you also have a blanket, so I'm sitting on a folded up blanket right now, that's all you're going to need are 4-ish pillows and a blanket. And that will be all we're going to need to have a wonderful practice that you can do at the end of a day that might help you fall asleep. So when I get you into the poses today, just like I did last week, I'll guide you into the pose, and then once you're in the pose, then I will come out of it so that my voice isn't muffled or any of that stuff. So if you happen to look up and you see that I'm sitting upright, well, I'll be guiding you through the pose. So hopefully that will make sense. So let's go ahead and get started. And the pose that we're going to get started in is a supported shavasana, so a supported corpse pose. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to first take a pillow or a bolster again, if you do in fact have the bolster. But let's pretend that you don't. So we're going to take 2 of the big, or actually just 1 of the big pillows. And we're going to lay down with our knees under the pillows. So it's a support for our pillows, or for our legs rather. And if as you get started you're like, hey, maybe I do want another pillow, and I can already sense that I do, then go ahead and give yourself the first few seconds or so, first little bit, oh, this is perfect. As we get into the poses, that's your time to shine. That's your time to find the position that's going to serve you best. So have the pillows, have the bolster directly underneath your knees, which means if you're a shorty like me, your feet are kind of hanging over the pillows. So my feet are not even really touching the ground. Once you've arrived to this position, I invite you to lightly close your eyes. Place your hands, either keeping them on your belly ever so lightly, or if you want to, you can place your hands outstretched, palms facing up, fingertips lightly curled, whatever suits you best. I always like to have my hands on my belly so I can feel the rise and the fall of my body with each inhale and exhale. Just having my hands touching something is a gentle reminder of where I'm at and what I'm doing. Let's take a deep breath in through our nose and let it all out through our mouth. 2 more deep breaths arriving to this practice. Inhale and exhale. Let it go. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Let it go. As you relax into this posture, I invite you to set an intention for your practice. An intention might be a dedication to somebody or something, perhaps in gratitude for them. It might be something that you need. Maybe your intention is to end this practice feeling more relaxed, more calm, more at ease. Determine what it is that you need from this short restorative practice. And revisit that intention each time we find a posture. We'll seal our intention, our own individual intentions together with a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now in restorative yoga, so as we prepare to begin some more of the postures, restorative yoga, it's super important that we come out of the poses very slowly and kind of luxuriating in the slowness of the transition. And it's even more important to have a slight pause between the postures. So here what we're going to do is we're going to slowly transition out of this first pose of supported Shavasana by bending our legs toward the right, turning to the right, maybe resting for a moment here, remembering what your intention was that you set. With our eyes lightly closed, we're going to pull ourselves ever so gently up. Our legs still on top of the pillows. And take a moment here to just pause. Notice how you feel after a few minutes in that supported Shavasana. And then from here, we're going to move into our next pose, and it's a supported seated forward fold. So that's why we're going to keep our pillows underneath our legs. You should have a deep bend into your legs. And what you're going to do is, all you're going to do is simply fold over your legs, keeping your butt on the ground, allowing your head and your neck to relax. And before holding the posture, ask yourself if maybe you should add any additional props. So I personally would like to have another pillow or two underneath my knees, just so I have a little bit more support. And I encourage you to always experiment before holding the posture, and then allow yourself to just slightly fold over. Again, allowing the head and the neck to relax, allowing your eyes to lightly close. Maybe I invite you to find some movement to start. Maybe swaying your neck a little side to side. And then find the stillness in the posture. And remind yourself to breathe. Remember that each posture, and we're going to be doing 4 postures really just through this short practice. Each posture, each yoga pose is really just an opportunity for the breath. It's really a test for the breath. It's really an invitation for your breath to move in your body in a different manner. All right. So make sure that you are breathing and not holding the breath, because the whole point of the posture is for the breath, that bit of energy to go through your body. hold here for just a little bit longer. Acknowledge where you're holding any tension. And imagine with each inhale and exhale, you're letting go of that tension. Two more deep breaths here. And then again, super slowly inch up. Maybe place your hands behind your back. Maybe look up for a nice little back bend, just to be an opposing effect from the seated forward fold. Maybe look up, chin to the sky. And then very slowly remove the pillows from underneath your legs. Maybe take a moment to pause and notice how you're feeling before continuing on. And the next pose is one of my favorites. So what we're going to do next is a supported side twist. So again, if you have a bolster, the bolster is perfect for this posture, but if you don't have the bolster, you're going to use 1 or 2 pillows. So again, don't be afraid in yoga and in life to see what works best. So we'll start with 1 pillow, and if you don't like 1 pillow, then maybe we'll try 2 pillows. So all you're going to do is you're going to take the 1 pillow, place it between your legs, all right? Place our feet flat on your mat. Place our hands down by our hips, and then all we're going to do is we're going to pick up and scoot our hips, just pick up our butt, just maybe 2 inches or so over to the left, right? And then all we're going to do is lower down onto our back and allow our knees to fall over to the right. You can extend your arms out, hopefully you've got enough space, into a T position, and if you don't have enough space, you can have cactus arms. Just make sure that your shoulders are grounded. And I invite you to start by first asking yourself, hey, is this going to work? Do you need 2 pillows? I know that I do. So I'm going to take another pillow, place it between, that's much better. Maybe experiment, see what it feels like. And again, if the twist is too much, maybe return back to center. Scoot those hips back over to the left. Then allow those knees to fall. So if you notice that the twist is just too much, scooting the hips over to the left first before dropping them over to the right really does help that. And then extend your arms out to your T position and start out first with your eyes closed and your neck just looking up, your head looking up, not turned to the right or the left. And breathe. Again, this pose 2 is just an invitation for our breath. Again, in this pose, try and listen to what your body is calling your attention to. So for some of us, that might mean turning our head over toward the left, just to get a full experience of the twist. Notice notice with each exhale, you can feel the twist a little bit more, keeping those shoulders grounded. A few more breaths here as you welcome in the quiet and relish in the calm. Very slowly tilt your head back to center and smile and take a breath. For even more slowly, picking those legs up and returning them back to center, taking a moment to center your legs, center your body. 2 deep breaths between the postures. Finding joy in that pause. Keeping your arms extended to T position or cactus arms. Again, keeping those legs with the pillows between them. We're going to pick up our hips and move them a couple inches over toward the right. Our head remains at center before dropping our legs over to the left. And again, looking up first, easing into the fullness of the posture. And this side might feel different. It probably does feel different. It's a totally different side. So maybe you need less pillow or more pillow. Maybe you need to move your hips a little bit more. Always granting yourself that moment to ask yourself what you need and then grant what you need. And then once your body is ready, and once your body starts to call for more, then you can perhaps move your head over toward the right. Again, eyes lightly closed. You're calling the intention that you set at the beginning of this practice. With each breath you take, working toward that intention just a bit more. A few more breaths here. And then inhale your head back to center. Pick your hips up as you bring those legs back to center. Pause and smile. And notice how you feel. Before slowly bringing yourself up to a seated position so you can prepare for our last pose before Shavasana. So our last pose is going to be a supported legs up the wall without the wall. So certainly if you have the wall available, you're by all means able to use the wall. but I'm going to show you how even if you don't have a wall, you can still get the benefits of a legs up the wall posture. So we're going to take our pillows and perhaps even keeping our blanket nearby as well, just in case. All we're going to do is we're going to lay down back on our mat just as we were for the last posture. Bring our feet toward our butt. And then we're going to lift up our hips and set the pillow or pillows underneath our butt. All right? So if you got some flat pillows, like I do, if they're not particularly cushy, this is again another instance where you might need 2 pillows. So always experiment, trial and error. All right? So, oops. Perfect. And again, we want to be careful with our neck. We don't want to arch through the neck. If anything, your chin is lightly tucked here. And then all you're going to do is lift up your legs, have a very slight bend in your legs. And actually, not even a very slight, but a super generous bend. Placing your hands to the side, and automatically should feel that relaxing flow of energy from our toes all the way down to our head. Something about just adding the pillows underneath our low back and butt really does help in this posture. And again, if you do have the wall, I encourage you to put your legs up the wall, but still also place the pillows underneath. And if you find that it's difficult to hold your legs up, you can always bring them down a little bit more. Just a few moments here in this pose. This is a pose that's always great to do at the end of a long day. Just flushes the system out. Again, mindful of our neck. Make sure our shoulders are touching the mat. Three more deep breaths here. And super slowly releasing the feet down. Taking a moment here to pause before lifting our hips up and removing the props. Again, moving super slowly. And then again, invite yourself to sit up. And we're going to prepare ourselves for our final pose, which is Shavasana. And so for Shavasana, I'll put you into Shavasana and then stay for as long as you would like, 5-10 minutes. So for this Shavasana, let's again make sure it's an incredibly comfortable Shavasana. So if that means using a pillow for our head, if you would like to maybe place your hands on the small pillows to the side. If you want to take your blanket, you're getting all the props. If you want to take your blanket, kind of roll it up like a pool noodle, and you can place that under your knees for support. And then again, rolling onto our back. Head on a pillow, hands on the pillows, knees on top of the pool noodle of your blanket. I invite you to stay in this pose for as long as you like. And again, once you've settled into that final posture of Savasana, I invite you to recall your intention. We'll take 3 deep breaths together. I hope this practice makes you a little bit more calm, a little bit more at ease. Thank you so much for sharing with me. I hope you have a great day.